I feel like they're all ganging up on me.
I'm never gonna call court, just accept it.
At this point, I'm convinced Alex is either dumb or wants to get her heart broken, and today we'll get into the reasons why she pissed me off. It turns out that she's out with Adriano, still ignoring all the red flags, and now she's going to meet his mom. She will be showing her how to make his favorite pasta dish, and as they are walking around the market, Alex shares that even though they have many disagreements, they can always agree on one thing: family. And if this meeting goes well, then maybe, just maybe, Adriano will forget about the threesomes and just marry her.
If dinner with my mom will go good tonight, I can see my relationship with Alex going to the next level.
Even Adriano says the same. She's worried about one thing, and that is that Adriano is a mama's boy. And it makes sense because it turns out that his father passed away when he was little and his mom had to take care of them. They arrive at the house and Alex and Adriano's mom start cooking, and mom shares that she really likes her. She's beautiful, has a bright smile, and most importantly, she knows how to cook. They're all enjoying the pasta, and Alex asks mom, "So you're a Christian, but Adriano doesn't believe in anything. Can you explain why? Because we're always fighting over it." Right away, mom tells her that even if he doesn't believe in anything, it does not change what he feels for her. Alex then says that being a believer is a roadmap to knowing how to love properly. But mom and I disagree. Just because you don't believe in God, it does not make you incapable of loving. I love my husband and my kids unconditionally, and I don't believe in God. Alex tells them I'm just trying to trust him enough so he can support me in my journey as a Christian. And Adriano says,
I'm having an unconditional love towards you when you are trying to change who I am.
and I have to agree with him. While I don't like Adriano's ideas of threesomes and how he handles certain topics, Alex has been the one trying to change him over and over again, hoping that eventually he'll become who she wants him to be. Mom also tells her, if you know he loves you, why does it matter where it comes from? And even her partner steps in and tells her, it feels like your belief is more important than love.
This is not how I thought this night would go. But then I brought up religion and it all went downhill from there.
I mean, yes, girl, you're the one that brought it up. In this argument, I stand with Adriano and his family. If religion is really that important to you, then go find someone that is as religious as you are. But here you are thinking that they're ganging up on you? Don't open the can of worms if you're not ready to listen to other people's opinions and perspectives, which is exactly what happened tonight.
And I know we're not going to find a solution, so I just need to get out of here.
Alex wants to leave, and once they're in the car, here comes the sermon and manipulation to try to convince Adriano to turn it into a religion.
I see a lot of myself in you. My life changed when I decided to fully put my trust in God.
Yes, that was you, but it's not the same for everyone. Your experience is not what everyone goes through, and you do not need God to get your life back into place. I know for some people that is the case, but it's not for Adriano. And now you're just coming off rude and disrespectful of other people's ideas.
You believe it was God? I don't. I believe it was just yourself getting your life in your hand again.
And guess what? He's allowed to have his own beliefs too. I would get upset if someone was trying to convince me this hard to turn to God. But does Alex let it down after this?
If you were to believe in a religion, you wouldn't have these problems.
Nope, she doesn't. Adriano then tells her that this is different for him, and that for him, the threesomes, are so amazing, that he can't let them down, the whole thing. Alex tells him, this right here, this is real love. But you are just giving this pleasure so much power that you're willing to toss me aside. But Adriano disagrees because according to him, he picked her and he loves her. But then she brings up the fact that he broke up with her twice in the past.
Twice, Adriano, over this stuff.
So why are you here? Why are you here? If you can't move on from this, then leave this man and let him find a woman that is okay with what he wants in his life. And you find yourself a religious man. Adriano is now asking her what would happen if, I never believe in God. Would that be a problem for you? And she says yes.
So are you willing to accept that and be with a man that does believe in God, but that can give you the love and the respect and
But that's the thing.
everything else?
Adriano does have a point. Are you willing to accept that? Are you willing to be with the man that loves you and respects you, but does not believe in God? And what does she have to say to that? Well, she tells him that any man that believes in God knows how to love properly.
Any man who believes in the God knows how to love properly.
You cannot generalize an entire group of people and say that they're good, just like you cannot say that they are all bad. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. Just because someone believes in God does not make them a good person. Moving on. After Madeline stormed off because Luke asked for a prenup, now Luke shares that he's frustrated because she does not understand that he does not have money. So he follows her to the restroom and tells her, "I'm sorry, mi amor." Sorry fixing what, Luke? The real deal is who you think I am. She says that the day he asked her to marry him, she gave him his heart, but now
he broken it in 100 pieces.
Girl, you're being a little dramatic. He then explains to Maddie that the prenup works in a way that protects his assets before the marriage, and after the marriage, everything that they have, they will share it together. But she's pissed. So she ends up going to the car and then calls him from the car on the phone.
She's calling me.
Why do you do this to me? Like, this is so ridiculous. And while they're on the phone, Madeline's like, "Why do you do this to me?" "Because I'm scared of you. It makes me feel like I'm being taken advantage of. It makes me feel like you just care about money." Why would you feel like that? Well, I didn't want you to feel that way, but your reaction's not helping. Okay, where are you?
The car.
So then she tells him, "I'm in the car," and he's like, "Okay, I'm coming to you." Madeline also says that before this, she imagined being married with him forever. But after this conversation, she's not too sure about it anymore.
But I cannot get married with someone don't trust me.
He gets in the car and tries to sit down next to her, and she's then not having it. She's like,
No, I don't want to stay with you anymore.
but she's losing her mind. She's like, "How are you gonna do this to me in front of everyone?" Luke tells her, "I want to be with you forever, happily ever after, please," and tries to get close to her again. But no. She moves away again. And then she tells him to take her home. Now, it turns out that Madeline was so upset that she decided to stay with her grandma yesterday, and Luke shares,
"Most of the time when we fight like this, I'm the one doing the compromising, caving, or giving her what she wants."
so they're sitting across from each other, and Luke is like,
"So I hope you had a good time."
"You think I'm gonna to have the good time?"
I think it's
Realize, to be honest. It's a glass half. Let me talk. And then she says, "I know I tend to get a little crazy, but I need you to realize how it made me feel that you asked to protect yourself. It made me feel like you can trust me." Luke tells her that it is not that he doesn't trust her, but it is the fact that he wants to be secure. Madeline cannot comprehend why he doesn't trust her, because for an entire year, she has been proving to him that he can trust her. She has worked and worked and worked.
Over and over and over again.
And she just doesn't understand. Luke realizes that this conversation is not going anywhere, so we're gonna put a pin on it for now, because to Luke, the prenup is non-negotiable. And if she's not able to have a mature, calm conversation with him, then there won't be a marriage. We'll see. Now, it is time to visit Aliyah. Aliyah is visiting her mom, who lives with her younger brother and her partner. And this is a big deal because
She doesn't know that Shawn exists.
and her mom and her haven't had a really good relationship because once her parents got divorced, she had no means to take care of Aliyah, so she gave her up to her grandparents.
So we spend most of the years far from each other. Ai, tô com muita fome.
She says, Aliyah is literally one of those people that I just want to hug and tell her that everything's going to be okay. She also shares that they became closer when she turned 20 years old and feels like her mom is only being supportive of her transition.
To compensate what she didn't did before.
And while I do believe that is the case, I also do believe that Aliyah's mom loves her for who she is because she seems pretty genuine. Like, you know, there's those times that you can tell when someone is faking it, and there's those times when you can tell that someone is being genuine with you. And this is one of those times. Mom shares that she knew from a young age that Aliyah was different because she would wear heels and like a lot of feminine things. It was when she turned 15 that she really started to see how different she was because that's when she started discovering herself. Now, when they are eating, mom wants Aliyah to start spilling the beans. You know, tell me all the chisme. And she invites her and her brother to the party. And also, there's someone that I want you to meet. He's an American and his name is Shawn. We have an amazing relationship. He makes me super happy and we have been together since 2021. That was literally mom's face. But she's also happy to know that Aliyah is happy. So Aliyah takes off and later on, Aliyah and Shawn are getting ready for the party. And Shawn is so stressed. He cannot contain his sweat.
But the reality is that I have a big surprise for Aliyah tonight.
I love surprises. What's the surprise? Tell us now. Shawn shares that he is now trying to imagine a life with Aliyah. And he's sure that he can start building a life with her. So he has decided to, drumroll please, he's proposing. And not only is he proposing, but he asked her favorite pop star to record a video for him to propose. I was doing my girly jump and clap when I heard this. So yeah, Aliyah's family arrived and right off the bat, happiness and love is tangible.
She wants you to make me happy, and if you are making me happy, you are making her happy.
Obrigado.
To say that I didn't tear up is an understatement. Because even Shawn had a feeling that her family wouldn't be welcoming, but they were. I did find it funny that Aliyah said, I can't believe Anita proposed to me, but today we are celebrating. No sadness up in this channel.
This is sadness.
We can worry about their struggles in the next episode, okay? Next episode. Now, let's talk about Anika and Kyle. Anika is taking a yoga class to relax after all the BS that bio Kyle has put her through, and Kyle is off to get an STD test. Are you also getting tested for genetic disorders? No? Oh, okay. He also shares that he had sex with other women in Norway and one in the UK.
Okay. I plan on telling Annie about the other woman because I want to show some honesty.
Honesty is shown beforehand, not after you did it. I don't know if you understand that just yet.
I did natural donations, but I'm STD free, and here's the result.
He's hoping that getting the STD testing and showing her the paper is going to make her go, oh yes, Kyle, get in my panties right now. Annie is now talking to one of her friends who is here to meet Kyle. And here she tells her that she really likes affection and that's not something that Kyle does because he has never dated. So no wonder he doesn't know how to act in a relationship. And it is very difficult for her to understand this. Also, you know how he's a sperm donor? Well, he just did it and donated to someone in Australia. And I fear that there's other women that he has donated to on his little trip.
It might be that she needs a challenge. If she has a challenge, she puts in lots of effort. That's her.
A challenge? Why do you want a challenge like Kyle? It makes no sense to me. Her friend then says that everyone has a past. She has a past and Kyle does too. But listen, there are certain lives that are as horrendous as Kyle that make a past unforgivable. Anika says that her heart is telling her to be with him, but the brain is telling her no. Even her friend is like, the heart always wins. Are you two okay? How can the heart win when this is such a big deal? But on the next episode, it seems like him showing her the STD actually works.
We could go move to the bed.
So yeah, some people are desperate. Luke and Madeline are still fighting, and Aliyah is worried that if she moves to the US, he's going to have full control over her. Now it's time for the question. Do you guys think Anika is desperate? Do you guys think Alex is being unreasonable by how much she's asking for Adriano? Do you guys think that she's becoming extremely pushy when it comes to religion? And for the last question, do you guys think that Shawn is gonna be able to create a life with Aliyah? That's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the good things, and see you next time. Bye!